Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Gear review on the SOG Fasthawk. Let me give a quick shout out to iowndunoob and his channel. He's the one who requested I actually post these individual reviews, and like I said on the other ones, if you have any negative comments, please send them his way. If you don't like this vid and all that, it's all his fault basically. But anyway, SOG Fasthawk. Got this thing on a deal, like I said before. $35 for the camping set, which includes the Fasthawk, the entrenching tool, and what else did it have? Oh yes, the most interesting piece of the whole thing, the SOG revolver folder blade. I think that's real cool. But anyway, this is on the Fasthawk. Fasthawk is a smaller, lighter hawk, much smaller than any other hawks I've owned. Very lightweight, very portable, very usable for general purposes. Not going to take up a lot of space or weight on your backpack, which is where I think it probably excels. Could also be used for defensive work, but again, this is probably going to be around the camp stuff. This also, with its shape and function, is going to make a decent thrower if you had to throw it. Again, we could talk about the better and worse points of throwing away an edged weapon and throwing it at the enemy, but anyhow, let's give some stats on this thing. Fasthawk, or the F06TN as they call it on the website, has an MSRP of $50. Now that's ridiculous. I would not pay 50 bucks for this thing. As much as I like the thing, it's not worth 50. With my $40 kit there, I paid $13 for this if you average things out. That's of course $13 with the sheath. We'll talk about the sheath here in a second. Okay, cutting edge on this thing is about 2 inches long, 19 ounces overall, so relatively small. 420 stainless steel, so it's going to hold up fairly well. Fiberglass nylon, reinforced basically glass nylon. Handle here, grip if you call it that, whatever you want to call it. The steel goes down to about there. And you got this ferrule, they call it. It's made of metal to protect the grip here. I thought that was for improving the strength of the axe head. It's not. The axe head ends right there. You got the ferrule down here in case you have to miss and hit some wood, something like that. The metal's going to take the hit, not the grips. Lanyard hole at the back. Very decent grips here. Maybe a little bit better overall if your hands were sweaty, to add some tennis grip, tennis racket grip, tape, something like that. Grip tape. Any number of things. It's fine. I've seen some guys who wrap paracord around this, whatnot. I'm going to keep it like this for now. Got your 2 rivets up here. Got a mesh work, if you can see it there, on both sides, which is used as a hammering surface. So if you don't have a hammer, you can beat down with this bad boy. Very sharp blade. Very, very nice. Comes perfectly ready to use. 2 cutouts to cut down on weight. May weaken the blade a little bit, but as thick as this thing is, I'm not real worried about it. Spike on the back side. Could be a bit sharper. Could be a lot sharper. We'll probably sharpen that up myself. That's fine if you're going to punch through a car hood, but it could be nicer. Be a little bit better, I think, but not a big deal for this price of a blade. Again, MSRP is 50 bucks. I ended up paying $13 for it total with shipping and everything else, if you include the 2 other items I bought with it. Sheath, just a basic. Snaps on, 3 snaps. Got your little rivet holes here, which can also be used with lanyard, that type of stuff through it to secure it to your pack, something like that. Got a belt loop here on the back side. Pardon the dogs barking in the background. It's dark and they want to run around. So this is decent quality. This is not going to give out particularly easily. So like I said, this is the smallest of the hawks I've got. Have not used it a lot yet. Let me show you the I would say competition, I suppose. United Cutlery. Have not done a video on this one yet. Won't for a while. But that's their Vietnam style tomahawk. Let's move this thing back a bit. The edge on this is not nearly as nice as it is on this one, the axe head, but the spike is a lot sharper. About the same length, a little bit longer, maybe an inch or so on the grips. This is just plain old painted black wood compared to the reinforced nylon, glass nylon, that type of stuff. So this is going to be more durable overall. We'll talk about this one later, guys. So let's move that one out of the way. The slightly larger version, and these things have got to be considered cousins, United Cutlery M48. This thing has got to be made in the same plant. It's just, they're too much alike. The grips are almost identical. just the fit and finish of these things, they're identical. They've got to be just about identical. They're a little bit different, obviously. Bigger head with a more swept edge here compared to the flat edge of the Hawk. Spike's a lot more pronounced, bigger, heavier duty. Again, I'm not doing a review of this one right now. We'll do that later. But even the sheaths are similar. If I can find the sheath. Here it is. Again, these things are cousins, okay? There's nobody going to tell me otherwise. So, this is a slightly bigger one. We'll talk about that one later. I'd say this is a small size Hawk. I'd say this is a medium sized. Now, to compare it all to a larger size Hawk, I've got the Cold Steel. I believe this is the Rifleman's Hawk, if memory serves. I'd say that's a full-size Hawk. This thing is tiny by comparison. So, this coming at me is going to be a lot more impressive than this little thing. But this can get the job done. Again, it's a fast Hawk. It's for small, light work. It's not for chopping down a tree, which I could easily do with this one. I have not done a video on this one yet, but I will at some point. But decided I'd bring it out just to show you guys the differences in Hawk sizes and all that. So, this is tremendously heavier though. This, I can carry all day, forget it was there. So, SOG Fasthawk. Nice little small sized Hawk for basic camp chores, playing around with, throwing, etc. Not going to discount it as a survival tool. Nothing wrong with it at all. Again, for $13 is what I paid for it. Can't complain at all. Can't wait to try it out. MD Prepper, out.